Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be reorganizing my doll room and collection, and afterwards I'll also do an updated tour. But here you can see kind of the before. I did not do an amazing job filming everything I've done. I also kept like rearranging things then off camera because I changed my mind and stuff. But here you can see with my first shelf, which are my two Monster High shelves. I decided to store away a couple of my Monster High dolls and just keep like my favorite ones. Like from G1 I keep mostly my like core dolls on display right now, and with G3 dolls I have all of them on display, but that's because I don't really have that much to begin with. I always keep debating whether I should continue collecting Monster High dolls or not, because I mean, they're not like my main focus right now, but I obviously still like them. But I'm always like obviously I would rather spend money on things that I'm more interested in, but every time there's like a new Monster High doll coming up, I really have to like fight everything in me to resist buying the doll. But either way, here's my Naruto shelf, or at least one of my two Naruto shelves. That's also a collection where I'm kind of like slowing down a bit. On top of my shelf, I decided to put all of my like early 2000 dolls. This is also like a kind of era where I'm slowing down as well, because I realized I'm not like the biggest fan of this era of Barbie dolls. So I guess you could say this entire bookcase is like a bit miscellaneous stuff where I'm not super interested in collecting wise. Like obviously I love Naruto as in the TV show, but yeah, over here I started on the other side of my doll room and I decided to put all of my Disney figures and statues like separated per movie. So at the bottom I have Snow White and Beauty and the Beast. Over here I did Sleeping Beauty. But I did like I kept rearranging everything because it was so difficult to fit everything on it. And over here, on top of the bookcase, the shorter Billy bookcase, I decided to put all of my Disney couples, and I did end up storing away like quite a lot of Disney dolls. So the majority that I have on display are now just my couples, because those are my favorites. And I decided to put my Strawberry Shortcake dolls in front of them because I think like with the colors it looks really nice, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. Now in the bookcase, the shorter one, I've decided to put my like newer Barbie dolls, and this shelf is always like changing because I'm always restyling those dolls, and sometimes I put some of them in storage and I put new ones on display. Like I'm always changing my mind with them. And I tried to kind of like divide them into shelves, but it's harder. And here, like this shelf did end up changing the location. Like I put it in another bookcase, but the display system was about the same. But here I put all of my Barbie Life and Dreamhouse dolls and my favorite early fashionistas. And here you can actually see me how I store away my dolls. I've put them in separate smaller plastic containers. And I kind of like categorize them as well. And to protect them, I've used this white paper that you can see me cutting over here for each layer, so that the dolls don't smudge on each other, like with their accessories or whatever. Like even with Monster High dolls, with just like the plastic of the doll itself ended up, like my Venus doll ended up smudging on my Abby doll. Like she has now like a green stain on her leg, so ever since that happened I've always been careful. But here I decided to store away like my remaining doll accessories and figures in boxes. And here I end up changing the location, but I've put all of the containers where I've put my dolls in next to my bookcase, and over here you can see me storing away some inbox dolls in a big moving box. Like it was very difficult to like make the puzzles because I wasn't able to fit all of them in there. But yeah, here you can see me struggling. But at the end I was able to make like a very nice puzzle piece. I don't know what to call this. But yeah, I don't really have much space to display inbox dolls right now, so I've decided to put them in storage. Here I'm first removing all of the dolls from this bookcase. In this bookcase I mainly kept my 90s 80s Barbie dolls. On that table I will put the ones that I'm going to put in storage, and here on the ground I've put all of the ones that I really like and want to have on display. Over here as well, but as you can see there's way too much, so I'll have to decrease it as well. So here, these are one of my 3 favorites. They're very like pastel themed. All 3 of them are restyled. My Polly Pocket Barbie, my Malibu Christie, this like Repro Barbie, all of my favorite 90s 80s Barbie dolls. I mean the Repro Barbie, I think she's from like newish, but I don't know from which year exactly. But my Valentine fun Christie, I love her. But yeah, I always use the same like doll stands for each shelf. I don't like mix matching doll stands. Over here you can see I used just blue ones because they matched better with the dolls that I have on display on the shelf. Also, you can see me like wiping down everything. I only wipe down my shelves when I reorganize them, because I've been asked that before, how I keep my shelves dust free. Well, I don't really. When I reorganize them, then I dust it off. But yeah, I don't really care that much about dust. Like, it's not going to damage the doll. So, and here in this big container, I've decided to store away all of my other 90s 80s Barbie dolls that I'm not going to put on display right now. And the way I've did it right now in the video is not good. You should actually do like a zigzag system, which, yeah, as you can see over here, I'm changing it. Like, if you do it this way, then you can fit at least 1 or 2 more dolls in. And just like the other boxes, I've decided to also put like a paper in between the layers to protect the dolls, just in case, because they will be stored away for quite a while. So, and while I'm storing away, I decide on each doll if I'm actually going to keep her or not, because that's also something that I do each time I reorganize my shelves, because the more dolls you buy, the more you'll have to like decrease your collection as well. I mean, if you're like me and don't want to have like a too big of a collection, because yeah, I don't want that. Either way, a lot of these dolls I do really like, so I'm kind of sad that I don't have them on display right now, but yeah, I have to make decisions. Okay, I want to do an update on how my doll room looks like right now, my collection. I end up changing everything like back and forth, like I kept changing my mind. But like, first, this part of my collection. This is well, these are the 2 like 90s 80s Barbie doll shelves, so all of my favorites. Yeah, these are the ones that I chose to display. And this one, she's wearing a skirt that I recently made, and I really like it. And this one is actually I think she was like a skating Mitch or something, but I rebodied her on the teacher Barbie body, because I'm not a big fan of the gymnast bodies, so over here, this is like my newest addition. She's the Fun Time Barbie. Like this is like my first Barbie with this face mold from that era, so really excited about her. Yeah, new skipper that I restyled. And this Barbie, she's the Pet Doctor Barbie, but I recently put this pants on her, and Like, I think she's so pretty in this outfit. Yeah, these are my two 90s 80s Barbie doll shelves. Then my Barbie Exos shelf is basically the same. This one over here is all my like dolls from 2009 till 2014. All my favorites at least, because I've put a lot of them in storage. This shelf I'm really happy with. Like, it looks so fun and colorful, but still quite clean, not too chaotic for me. So I've got all of my couples, Disney couples, some 2 extra Beauty and the Beast dolls, Pocahontas, Charlotte, more Snow White things, and then all of my Strawberry Shortcake dolls. Then in these 2 shelves I have random newer Barbie dolls and 2 of my collector Disney dolls that I recently unboxed. I've kept them in the box ever since I got them, but I finally decided to unbox them mainly because their boxes were, first of all, way too big. They were also very dark, and I prefer like colorful things in my room, so to have those boxes, there were always like a big shadow in my collection and I didn't like it, so I finally unboxed them. They kind of stand out a bit in the shelf, especially Tiana, because her color scheme doesn't match, but I've just put them over here. Got my recent new Barbie Deluxe style doll, and here I got 2 random Millie dolls that I redressed in a Disney dress. This one is wearing a Rapunzel dress, this one is wearing Cinderella's dress. But yeah, a lot of my favorites are in here as well. This one also has modern dolls. I recently restyled my Midge doll from Barbie Life and Dreamhouse in this outfit. I have her original dress, but I just want to restyle her. And then my ponies are exactly the same. And I've put my cute baskets just on the ground because I don't know. And this one, I kind of forgot what I filmed, but yeah, this is what my Disney figure bookcase looks like. Got Snow White at the bottom, Sleeping Beauty, more Sleeping Beauty, and then miscellaneous. Princess and the Frog, Nemo, Lilo and Stitch. This one is random Jasmine. Then this bookcase. First we've got my early 2000s Barbies and some random Monster High dolls, Funko Pops. You have my anime figures, mostly Naruto shelf. G3 Monster High, G1 Monster High, and my my new Naruto Playmobil shelf. I recently made this riser thingy. It was very easy, just with foam board and glue gun, and they look so nice. So yeah, I really like the way it's displayed now. Now over here next to my bookcase, I now have boxes full of my crafting and sewing supplies instead of my dolls that I've stored away, because I've placed them somewhere else. I decided to put them here in the corner next to my desk. Like at the bottom I have this big box full of fabric to sew. Then I have this box which I've put all of my 90s 80s Barbie dolls inside. And then I've these boxes full of newer Barbies, so I guess this entire corner is full of Barbie dolls that I'm not putting on display. And then here I have my
G3 Ponyville ponies, my G4 blindback ponies, and like my favorite blindback ponies separately. Then over here, underneath my coffee table, I have all of my like other dolls. I have my Disney dolls stored away and more Monster High dolls. So just all the dolls that I'm not putting on display. And over here, I have a bunch of miniature like food and whatever for my dolls. And here I have these like cases. This is not a new thing. I've had this like for a very long time. But I keep all of my doll accessories and shoes. I have them kinda sorted by color. Here I have flat shoes, then Mycene shoes. And at the back, in the last case, I have all of my mini brands miniatures as well. Then here I have 4 random boxes of G1 Monster High accessories, G3 Monster High accessories, all of my doll bags, and some random like cutouts from packaging that I liked and whatever. And here in this bookcase in front of my window, this is actually a standing like bookcase that I've just put on the side from IKEA, because yeah, why not? And here I've put all of these like baskets, plastic baskets, I don't know what to call them. Over here I've stored all of my doll miniature plants. Here I have my doll brushes. Here I have my doll hats and crowns and stuff. Here I have my doll stands and like things to like style the hair and stuff. Here I have some bunch of like smaller doll clothes for like skipper sized or bread stalls or whatever. Here I have all of my Shelly, Kelly and Chelsea dolls. All of my doll blankets and pillows. These 2 shelves have all of my doll clothes that I've organized, like tops, skirts, pants and just longer skirts. Here are skirts and shorts, long skirts and pants, jackets, can clothes, all of my like 90s, 80s and older Barbie doll clothes, casual dresses, slightly more fancy dresses I think, longer dresses and Disney clothes. And in this last shelf I have just a bunch of random miniature things. Here I have random like items for the dollhouse and my Barbie extra pets. Underneath, I think underneath I have like bigger My Little Pony stuff, like my Equestria Girl figures. And in those 2 boxes underneath I have just random like childhood figures, toys, whatever. And then in my dollhouse, still have all of my G1 ponies over here. And my Strawberry Shortcake, Inbox, doll, and Rainbow Dash, whatever. And at the bottom I have 2 of my mermaids, all 3 of my Rewind dolls, and all of my Dolls of the World dolls. And that is my updated collection tour reorganization, whatever. This took a long time and I kept changing my mind, and I like watching videos like this, but every time I try filming it myself, I always like struggle with filming it because my entire room is like a mess. Everything is on the floor and I'm like a bit stressed out, and then I always end up like changing things but then not filming when I changed it again, and then I never feel like motivated to upload it because it's like an entire mess. But I hope it was a little bit enjoyable to watch, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.